Check, check, check. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Microphone check. 1, 2. What is this? I hope we get some people in here. Hey, my man Tony, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? First one in here. Glad you joined us. Glad you joined us. Let's see if we can get some more people up in here before we get this conversation started. Come on, people. Come on. Need some more people in here. Need some more people in here. All right, all right, all right. Let's see if we can get some more people in here. Just send out the flares. Hopefully some people answer here to call. All right, all right, all right. Got two, got two. Got two. All right. What's going on, love? See if we get a couple more people in here. Give about another 5 minutes. If ain't no one else coming, then I'll just go ahead and make it a quick conversation. And hopefully some more people show up. Make this very interesting. Hey, hey, hey. I see you. All right, all right. Got some more people. Got some more people. All right. Appreciate everyone showing up so far. I would say if you went ahead and joined me live, go ahead and share the message. Let some people know that we live so they can join this conversation, this first live conversation. Give it a couple more minutes here. For everyone that's here, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right. All right. Up to 4. Okay. All right. Start to cook with some gas now. Let's see who we got here. What's going on, Unc? Glad you could join us. All right. I get it's about another 2-3 minutes here. Gets at the 10-minute mark. I'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully I give some people some extra time to get on and join. All right, got about 2 more minutes before I start. No, I'm not in solitary confinement, Unc. I'm not in solitary confinement, just at my computer desk. Yes, I know it's not a whole lot of colors here, but I don't mind it. All right, got about 40 more seconds here. Well, sorry, 20 more seconds. I know you're messing with me, Unc. I know. I appreciate it. If anyone happens to see a shadow constantly moving around in the background, that's my youngest daughter there. She's curious about what I'm doing, so she's trying to videotape me on my camcorder while I'm doing this live conversation. All right, 10 minutes. Looks like more people join and more people join, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started. That way, if no one misses it, anyone misses in it, then they can catch it on YouTube or see it up later. All right, so I came with the idea of how do you court women from actually watching and listening to an episode of Joe Budden's podcast. And on it, they were talking about R. Kelly and all the stuff that was going on. They had a female guest there, and they were talking about how men can, come off the wrong way about certain situations, or, come off the wrong way on how they want to, approach a woman. And one of the guys on there named Maul, brought up a pretty good point. And he pretty much said the title of this, live conversation, how do you court women in this time? Because, it's the era of Me Too. You got to be very delicate and PC about, the things that you say, and, how delicate, some situations are. And especially when it comes to women, you don't want to, come across as a creep or anything like that. So it becomes kind of difficult, to figure out how you want to, approach a woman. And, a lot of people are used to, the over aggressive man that, tries to grab you and, try to, get your attention in that way. But, it comes to a time where, even that approach can be difficult. And, I just want to get everyone's thoughts that's here, how, and, especially for the women that are on here right now, how would you want a man to approach you? Would you want the one that's overconfident, grabbing on you, trying to grab your leg, or, smack you on the ass or something like that, just to get your attention? Or do you want someone that's smooth and debonair, but could later on be a creep, Let's get some ideas going out here. Even the men that's on here, if you got, if there's ways that you approach women before that, work really well for you, how did that come across, and how did you make it work for you? Okay, seems like we don't have anyone that wants to type. Okay, so I'll just say it on myself. I was never the one to just approach a woman. I guess you could say I'm the introvert, shy type. Any girl that I've had, dealings with or was in a relationship with, it was either through other means that we ended up getting together, either through just normal conversation, or, they ended up approaching me. I was never that confident in the way I would, approach a woman. I was never the one to say, just walk up to a woman and be like, oh, excuse me, miss, you're very beautiful. I would like to get to know you. Can I get your name and number? That was never me. And it's I could say that's one of my flaws, but, I think I made it work for me. And, I think that the way that women are approached nowadays, and the stuff that I've seen, whether it be, online or, in person, can be pretty difficult. I mean, especially in these times where, you got to be extremely sensitive, and with everything that's going on in the media, it makes it kind of hard to want to approach women the right way. And then even getting to that point, once you approach them, how do you continue the relationship on? Nowadays, especially the younger generations, I don't see any of them, quote unquote, as we say, going on dates. It's always, it's just Netflix and chill, or, or some other things. But it's hardly ever that I see someone, going on a legit date, going to the movies, having dinner, sitting down at a restaurant, both of them dressed real nice to do that. And sorry, my youngest daughter just had to be looking around, but yeah, I mean, with the people that's here, come on. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on the whole, on this whole topic. I just don't want this to be a one-way conversation. Use the comments. Let's just get some comments in there. Come on now, people. Come on. I got 5 watching. I got to have some comments somewhere. All right. So I guess either the comments are messed up or no one wants to say anything. Everyone wants just to hear me talk. So I guess I will. There we go. All right. My uncle Antonio says he's always watched Dinner Approach to make sure that there wasn't a baby daddy issue. Well, yeah, that is a very good point. Nowadays, you never know. While you're walking around with a lady, you don't know whether the dude stopped somewhere or, she may be waiting for him or, or maybe some kids in tow, while, they maybe at a shop, maybe at the store, at the mall, you got some kids in tow or like you said, you might have some with some baby daddies walking around and, that's a very delicate situation that you have to play because you don't want to cause any drama. You definitely don't want to make a scene. And me, myself, I'm never the type to want to fight. I will fight over someone that I have, but not not fighting instantly over someone just because, I see some interest and someone else wants to, cause some static. I'm not the type to do that. But yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, definitely. That'd be one way to do it. Just, if you see him, just play it cool and see whether or not, there's some other people laying around. Excuse me one second. Amani, if you're going to be in here, I'm going to need you to be very, very quiet, please, and not moving around. Thank you. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, definitely want to sit and watch and see how everything else plays out. Okay, we got that comment out there. Are there any more comments on this? I mean, come on, ladies. If you're still there with me, I definitely want to hear your side because that's why we're having this conversation. Because definitely I think some men can learn some lessons for some women on how they may want to be approached. So come on, let's get those comments out there. Let's make this more than just a one-way conversation. And again, if you are watching, just, if you can do me a solid and just, share this live post so that way more people can see it and hopefully they'll be able to join the conversation. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, no one's still sending comments. All right, so this is gonna be a rough live stream. I just want to first of all, thank everyone that is here watching, even if, nothing's being said right now, but I do appreciate you showing up, and hopefully this can be something that I can continue on and hopefully get some more people watching and come up with different topics to discuss. And like I said, I thought this would be a very good way to start off these live conversations, especially, hoping to get a women's perspective on the topic, because, men can have their one way, but I mean, at the end of the day, we do our best to try to please the women that we're with. And the only way that we can know that is through conversation with the opposite sex. So I was hoping to get some more women's point of view on here, but I will just do with what I can. See if we can get anybody else on here. All right, but even for the ones that are watching, I mean, to me, I think the best way to court a woman is, especially, if you're the type to pick them up, just, don't just show that you, just have interest in their body. Show that you want to get to know them on a more, intimate and emotional level, besides just, the sexual, way of wanting to have them. Because I'm pretty sure that most women don't want to feel like objects, just the same way as we don't want to just feel like, we're toys, for them to play with and pick up and then throw away once we're done with it, like most kids do nowadays. But, once we get past that, that introduction phase, things need to get a little deeper. And, the only way you can do that is through constant conversation with them, and just show them that that you're more than just a pretty face or a handsome gentleman. Just for the men, just take them out on a date. Let them know that that you appreciate them, and you want them to look real nice, and that you're able to have a good time. Whether it be something that's drastic, or I won't say drastic, but something big, like dressing up real nice and going to a nice restaurant, and maybe going to a bar or a club afterwards, or something like watching a movie, or if you're the more sportsy type, hey, go bowling, or if it's weather's pretty good, why not just miniature golf or something, or go-karts, just something that, show that you're more interactive, and, things like that. And then, once it gets past that phase, then, hopefully you'll be able to get even closer with them. And from there, just be able to, grow more as a couple. All right, we got another person here. All right, my man, Jonathan. All right. Mr. Big Easy from the Big Easy Speaks. What's going on, brother? Glad you could join us. Just pretty much getting started on the topic of how do you court women and how women want to be courted. Hey man, just trying to get this live conversation started. Just trying to do my thing, man. I appreciate you showing up, showing us support. I greatly appreciate it. But since you're here, let's get your side on this. How do you feel that women should be courted in this day and time, especially with Me Too movements and everything else, where you got to be more PC than we probably were in the 90s. Especially, like me and yourself, we grew up in New York, and, there's a certain way that New York brothers like to approach women. So, All right, let's see if we can get some more comments. We dropped one, but that's fine. That's fine. I would like to get. All right, he says that's deep. It depends on the woman. So women request different rules. Yes, that is true. Just like us, every woman is different. Every woman is different. There's different things that certain women look for in a man. And it seems like it's a trend when women are younger. They want the thug. They want the rough type. And then it seems like after that gets played out, or they see that the thug may not be everything that they want to be, then they go on to the next, or they try to find the brother that that was giving them play, but they thought maybe he was too soft. And then now that the thug thing done got out of their system, now they start thinking that and looking at their brother like, you know what, he was nice to me, he was sweet to me, he was, even though I didn't think of him the same way, but now I wish I would have gave him a shot. Maybe things could have went a different way. All right, what we got here? All right, dating starts with treating yourself first. And trust me, women do pay attention to how you present yourself. Yes, that is very true. Yes, you got to look presentable. I mean, even if they may catch you, in your streetwear or out somewhere, yes, definitely looks can be impressive. It's more than just taking care, getting a good haircut. And making everything, look presentable. You got to dress nice too. I mean, you don't have to be Dapper Dan all the time, but at least you don't want to look dirty and crusty. When meeting a woman for the first time. So yes, I definitely agree with that. Jonathan says, "Nice guys finish last." Well, yeah, in the beginning, nice guys always finish last, but I think the way that times have changed, and depending on the type of woman that you meet, she will probably put the nice guy to the front, because again, a lot of women seen that, the thug or, the rough guy, the guy with the rough edges, as they may say, might, be the thing that they're interested in. But, as with most things, and then especially in relationships, especially after the first couple months, you start seeing people's true colors, and those colors may fade, especially over time, especially if they're dealing with someone that they thought might have been of their caliber, but ended up being a facade. They wore the mask for quite some time, and didn't know how to take it off in a good way, that could be, a good adjustment, or, or the mask gave them something that they didn't want to see at all, or it gave them everything. I should say the mask gave them everything they wanted to see. But once the mask came off, then, they showed a different side, a little bit more different than the Phantom of the Opera. But I can see your point, Jonathan, but I don't think all nice guys finish last. I had my moments where, I was nice to the ladies that I was trying to, approach or try to get in a relationship with. And, I usually got, I got things like, you're just too nice for me, or, you seem soft, or, I want somebody that's rough, someone that put me in my place, put me in my place. Like, okay, I understand that, you want a man to put you in your place, but I mean, like, what kind of place, do you want him to put you in? Because, you can be rough, and then next thing now you're in a domestically abusive relationship, with your partner, and then that's something that sometimes you can't escape out of, or or do you want him to put him in, put you in your place verbally, where he's screaming on you all the time, and then that may seem cute at first, but then now he's thinking that's the only way that he can get through to you is by yelling. So now you can't have a decent conversation with the person, because now all they're gonna want to do is yell at you. because that's what you kind of put up first. But also, I mean, besides just, looking nice and everything else, I mean, what other ways, can men be, prepared to approach a woman? All right, down to 2 people. Well, started off strong and it seems like I'm fading fast, but I'm going to stay here until I feel like there's no more need for a purpose, but I'm going to continue this just in case. All right, we got here, Jonathan. Someone requests real dates while others accept Netflix and chill. That is true. That is true. You have some that can be seen as, not needy, or as some people say, basic. But I mean, some people, some women are fine with the Netflix and chill. They don't want to go out all the time. They're fine with, as long as, they have a man that's giving them attention and, wants to be around them, then they're fine with just, cuddling and watching a movie. Yeah, there are some women like that. And then you have some women that, they're fine with the Netflix and chill sometimes, but, they want to be out more. They want to be able to be seen, with their man, or, they want to be able to look nice and, flaunt what they got, and then, that can also bring into, jealousy, because you may have some, where they go out all the time, but then now that, you're out so much, or, y'all are out so much, and now, you're drawing more attention, because especially if, based on the way that you're dressed, if, a woman has a real form-fitting dress on, flaunting the curves and showing the curves, then, she's definitely going to get a lot more stares from the gentleman, wherever they're at, and, and then you have somewhere, you might just, dress down, and, of course, they got the women always talk about, the gray sweat. So, now, other women are seeing, what you're dealing with, and, that can cause, that can cause an issue as well. All right. Jonathan says he usually asks a woman if he can buy them a fish sandwich to break the ice. He learned women like a man that can carry a conversation, not about sex. Yes. Yes, that is very true. I can agree with that, and I like that comment. Yeah, I mean, women want to be able, to have a man that they can talk to, and even, when they're having a bad day, they can either come home to them, or, they can, call them, or, call them and text them at the end of the day, and tell them how their day went, and, hopefully he'll be a shining light, to make their day, a lot brighter for them. And I think that's with the fish sandwich, that's an interesting way to break the ice there. I mean, but, what are some other ways, that the ice can be broken besides people tossing balloons around? But, with everyone else that's still here, I appreciate Jonathan, but I would like to hear from, from the others that are here as well. You can always leave a comment, and, unfortunately, lust is overpowering love. Yeah, I can agree with that too. It seems like, especially in the scene now, I can't attest to this because I'm definitely not a part of that generation, but from everything that I can tell, everything is about, lust, based on the video content that's out there and everything else. But yeah, it seems like lust is taking over, especially like I said, in the content that we, devour, all the time. It's definitely within the music, and especially in a lot of rap music nowadays, where we're not, we're missing the days of LL Cool J, I Need Love, and some of my classic joints like one of my favorite hip hop love songs is by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. It's called Searching, and we're missing that kind of stuff, in the music nowadays. Even the R&B, it used to be about love, but now it's just more about, it's more about, just the sex. And I think that kind of needs to change a little bit, because it's bringing out the wrong message, to our younger generation. Like, that's all there is in the world. But I think in the end, love can conquer all. It just needs to be out there and express more. Give me one sec. Someone just needs to say hi. Come here, Amani. You wanted to be in the live so bad, so come on and say hi. Don't run away now. You can come say hi to the people.
Hi.
Okay, you said hi. But overall, approaching a stranger is different from someone who may be a friend. Yeah, I can see that. And it's rougher for some men, to approach a stranger. Some men don't have, that kind of confidence, or that kind of I guess you could say extra testosterone, to approach a woman and, just start things up. And to me, I've always thought that it's easier to get into a relationship with someone, once you kind of known them as a friend. Because I mean, overall, even as a friend, you'd be able to see, the kind of people that they've been, that gives you that extra perspective. You can be able to see how someone, how that person deals with relationships, because, you're more of a friendly, and, you may see the type of person that they have been with, and the type of people that, kind of done them wrong. And, hopefully you can be the one that breaks the ice on that, and, shows them, that there are different kind of men out there. And hopefully, to me, again, I think it's easier to get in a relationship with someone after you become friends. But as most people say, once you've crossed that line from being a friend to being, in a relationship with someone, that can be a deal breaker as well. Because if things don't pop off for y'all in a relationship as it did in a friendship, now you just put, a good friendship on the line. Because, once things go sour, they may see you in a different light. And you have those people that, at the end of the day, even if they try a relationship, they can, as long as things ended, in a mutual or amicable kind of way, that, you could probably still continue to be friends after everything is said and done. But that is a very, 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 very rare case indeed. Lust is what, okay, Jonathan says also, lust is what drives the approach for the date. Some folks too busy trying to get some on the first night, instead of getting to know her mind and or soul. Yes, that is very true. It is in a man's instinct to, do what we can to, as Tommy from Martin used to say, get the draws, dog, and I can attest to that, and you go on the first couple of dates with someone, and the main thing that you're interested in, is getting to that point, especially when you're younger. That's when you're younger and in teenage years, that's all you're really trying to think about at that point. But hopefully, if you mature and as you get older, you realize that there's more to life than just sex, and you start wanting to find yourself a partner in life, or a girlfriend, or someone that can be long term, besides just, and actually have the benefits of, you know, a good sexual relationship, but, you know, you're able to get to know that woman, you know, or that man, you know, and in a more emotional, you know, and, you know, sometimes even more spiritual way and emotional way. But, you know, that again, that comes with, you know, you know, what you're setting forth, you know, at the beginning. You know, some people, you know, they got to, I believe you're, you know, I'm a strong believer in that, you know, if you're with someone, you need to set the goals, you know, for what you're, you know, what you're looking for. You know, if you can't, you know, if you can't be blunt enough to say, you know, hey, you know, I don't really want a relationship, you know, I just, you know, I just want to have sex with you, you know, then, and you're trying to hide it, you know, within the confines of looking for a relationship, then, you know, all you're doing is messing that woman up, or in the situations, you know, or you can be messing something up, you know, for that individual, because, you know, you're putting on a front, you know, for ulterior, you know, motives than what the person is, you know, what the other person is expecting. But yeah, back to my point. Sorry here. But yes, you know, lust can be a big thing, but again, like I said, I agree that, you know, sometimes you have to be able to, you know, put things up front, you know, in the relationship, and be able to, you know, just put, you know, what your goals are. You know, if your goal is to just have sex, then, you know, let it be known, and at least give that person the option, you know, to choose, you know, whether they want to, you know, just have a sexual relationship with you, or, you know, or they're looking for something more, you know, or if you're the type the way, you know, you want a long lasting relationship, let them, you know, it's best to let them know, like, hey, you know, I'm not in this, you know, just to, you know, go out on dates, you know, and just have fun. I'm actually here to, you know, find, you know, my soulmate or my life partner. You know, I'm looking for someone that can be around for, you know, the long term. You know, that gotta be put up there. Zoe, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the conversation. You know, we're sitting here talking about, you know, how do you court women, and how do women want to be courted? And, you know, with you joining, I would, you know, hopefully, you know, you can give your point of view on this. You know, how would you want a man to approach you, and how would you want, you know, a man to address the situation as far as a relationship goes? You know, I would definitely like to hear your feedback on that. All right, all right. My uncle Tony says you just don't throw a line in the water without bait. I don't see looking a fine dressed woman as lust, but as a sign of confidence. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the physical appearance can be the bait, but, you know, you don't want that to be, you know, the only thing that they look for, you know. And yes, you know, wearing a nice form fitting dress, yes, will definitely attract, you know, more fish to the water, or more fish to the bait. But, you know, you just want to be careful, you know, what you catch. You don't want to catch, you know, a small fish, you know, when there's bigger ones and better ones that can be drawn in, you know, and have more of a longer lasting fulfilling meal for you than, you know, a smaller fish. So yes, I can definitely see how, you know, it can be bait, but, you know, and a woman that's able to dress like that can have confidence. But what kind of confidence can it actually have? Could it just be confidence in their, excuse me, confidence in their figure, in their form, in their shape? Or, you know, is it just that, you know, or they have confidence over mind, body, and soul? You know, they're not just confident in the way that they look. They're confident in, you know, the way that they carry themselves. They're confident in their personality, because that can be a big thing as well. You know, you have a lot of women out there sometimes, I'm not going to say for all, but you do have some women that, you know, you know, their look is everything, and if they don't have that look, then you know what is their purpose, you know, and that can be seen by some people, you know, and a lot of Instagram models, you know, they flaunt their figure, you know, to get more likes and to get more attention, and you know, to hopefully get some sponsors so they can, you know, advertise to get, you know, sell their tummy tea or something else like that. I get a Fashion Nova, you know, thing, because you know it's all about the looks. But you know, it's got to be a little bit more substance there for that than just looks. You know, but I would like to hear some more comments out there on the situation. Go. You know, but what's some more? Got any more comments here? I feel you. Looks on everything. Yes, 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 indeed. Looks on everything. Yes, they are the main draw. You know, when you first meet someone, you know, they may have, you know, they may have some beautiful eyes. Like me myself, I've always been a trap of light eyes, or you know, light brown eyes, or you know, hazel eyes. You know, those things. You know, eyes are the keys to the soul, and you know, those always seem to draw me in, and you know, and as well, you know, a nice smile, and you know, a good figure. You know, it doesn't always have to be, you know, slim. For my pickings, I don't mind a thicker woman, as long as you know, it's shown that, you know, she has that figure, but she knows how to take care of it. You know, it's not just, you know, and then and the same goes for men. You know, we have some of my bigger brothers out there, but as long as they, you know, as long as it's not nasty, and you know, they may be bigger, but you know, they're able, you know, they carry themselves well, and actually, you know, don't look like, you know, that they don't know how to take care of themselves. And yes, that, you know, that can be something. But you know, you got to bring more to the table than just looks. You got to bring more to the tables than just looks. If, especially if you're looking for a relationship, if you're just looking for someone, you know, to have, you know, to be, you know, have friends with benefits, or you know, you're just looking for, you know, a couple sexual encounters, you know, to satiate your lust, then, you know, by all means, you know, do what you do. But you know, you know, I've always been one to where, you know, you got to have a mind to go with that pretty figure. You know, you got to be able to think for yourself. You got to have confidence in yourself. You got to be able to, you know, deal with things, and you know, not, you know, and sometimes, you know, relationships can get the most of people, and you know, the worst thing you want to do to someone, especially someone that you care for, is, you know, break them down and make them feel, you know, like less of a person that they are. Full lips and some nice legs are my weakness, says Jonathan. Yeah, yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, yeah. If you got some nice legs, yeah, and you got, and yeah, your lips are looking a little succulent, then yeah, that can draw me in too. But yeah, definitely, yeah, like you say, Jonathan. Yeah, as long as someone's not sloppy with it, then you know, then that's fine, and that's good. But you know, anyone else out there, you know, got a point of view they wanna address out here. And again, to those that stopped by, you know, couldn't stay for long, and just dropped in to see how everything was going, I do appreciate you stopping by. And for those that are still with me, I appreciate you being here with me. We're going on almost 50 minutes here, talking about, you know, how do you court women, and not just how do you court women, but also the relationship side of everything. you know, again, I appreciate everyone coming out. I hope this is going to be something that I can continue on a weekly basis and hopefully build viewership and get some more people going. And I greatly appreciate those that showed up. I greatly do. Let's see if we can get some more comments in here. I'll probably stop it at an hour. I think I'll probably be, you know, pushing my limits there. All right, looks like I went up from two viewers up to 3. So hopefully the person that just joined in or just stopped in, we're talking about how do you court women and how do you, you know, deal with relationships and how do you, you know, get to the point for that woman for a relationship. Laundry room. See, told you do great. I appreciate it, Candace. I do. I'm doing my best here. I'm trying to do everything I can here, and hopefully this can continue to be something. But you know, if there are some more comments, sorry for the interruption here. Trying to get my daughter to get her bath. Is almost close to her bedtime, but you know, I just wanted to take this time out to again to thank everyone that stopped by, thank everyone that stayed, you know, that tuned in, and everyone that, you know, sent comments out and helped to get the conversation moving along. I greatly appreciate it. But let's see. Well, pretty much in closing, I guess I'll go ahead and get ready to wrap this up here. But overall, I do think that in this day and age, it is a little bit more difficult to court women. And one of the things, Jonathan, hey man, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate, you know, you say thanks for having me, but no, you've been the blessing here, brother. I greatly appreciate you stopping by. And for those that are watching, hey, definitely support my brother and the Big Easy Speaks. He has a great podcast going on it's on the Spreaker app, right? I believe just where you host your podcast, and I've been there for the last couple episodes, and I've enjoyed the conversations that he's brought to the table, and hopefully, you know, not only just through me, that, you know, more people can go support him. So definitely look him up on Facebook and Instagram as the Big Easy and the Big Easy Speaks. But yeah, in closing, you know, it can be difficult, you know, to find a way to approach the woman and you know, get past the point of just introductions and into, you know, dating them and into, you know, a deeper part of relationship. Hopefully you can get to that point. But you know, it seems more difficult nowadays because, and you know, I'm on social media, but you know, it seems like more often than ever that everyone is glued to their phone, and you know, it's even harder to try and get a conversation out of someone when, you know, all they're doing is making sure that, you know, that their Snapchat pictures on fleek and they got the right filter, or, you know, they got to make sure that they got the right, you know, filter on Instagram, or, you know, they got to make sure that their, you know, their Facebook is popping and everything else. But, you know, sometimes we got to be able to disconnect ourselves and, and just enjoy life and enjoy the people that we have around us, especially if it's a significant other or, a person that you're looking for in a relationship. You got to be able to show them that, you can not only just take care of what you need to take care of, but you're actually there to give them, time. And, and for most women, being able to show that you can, take the time out, to appreciate them and show them that, that you're glad, that they are, that they're in your life, definitely can mean a lot. And, just to show them that that you appreciate them and that they are appreciated, and, they're not just there, just to serve, for one purpose, they're around for, the long haul, and, you don't just want them, for their body. You want them, for their spirit. You want them for their mind. You want them for their personality. And again, I appreciate everyone that showed up. And as we get closer to the next week, I'm planning on making this a every Thursday thing. So then that way, I get some consistency going, because that's been one of the biggest things for me and doing this Convos in the Park thing was, getting to a level of consistency. And that's one of my goals in 2019 is to bring consistent content, whether it be through these live conversations or it be through my videos. But again, I want to thank everyone that showed up and stopped by. Oh, Jonathan, yeah, they let social media rule their lives. Yes. I can attest to that, and as you've seen, I agree to that. But we got to be able to tear ourselves away from the phones and just enjoy life, because more than it's that's that attention seeking kind of mind state. And if they are searching for that kind of attention on social media, then that can more than likely, it's either a sign that they're not getting the attention that they need from, their partner, or they, it could be something deeper than that. And hopefully, they'll be able to, or hopefully, they'll be able to come to terms with that, or, you find, a reason why they're attached to social media so much. But, I agree with you. It can rule lives, but, we got to be able to pull ourselves away and not let social media rule us, but, let it be a tool that we can use. And when we're not in need of that tool, we can easily put it away and store it, and bring it back up, for later time, for either, a real purpose, or bring it back up later just for enjoyment. But I'll close in saying this. Again, I want to thank everyone that stopped by. And please, if you stopped by, if you haven't done so already, please go to the Convos in the Park page, like the page, as well as go to everything else on social media, Twitter. I'm on there as Convos IT Park. And on Instagram, I'm on as Convos in the Park. And please, also, this will be the biggest thing. Go to my YouTube page. You'll have to search for it as Convos in the Park. You can't just type it in YouTube yet. I'm still trying to get my subscriber game up, trying to get to 100 so I can custom name it, so it'll be easier to find. But in the meantime, search for Convos in the Park, like the page, subscribe to the page, and click on the notification bell, so as I start bringing new content out, you will be the first to know and the first to get it. With that being said, again, thank you everyone for showing up. And as I used to close out a lot of my conversations and a lot of my videos, are you in that convo yet? Why not? Thank you, y'all. Catch you later.